I'm a guy that's 26. Each day I build with bricks. I like Star Wars playset. I'm Rich Boy J. Hello boyos, Rich Boy J here, back in with another video, and today I'm going to show you my Brickfair 2021 haul. Now I'll tell you guys right off the bat, I'm not one to go to a convention and spend a ton of money. Typically the case is whenever I go to a convention, I'm usually just finished up a very large scale build, so at that point I'm really just feeling like I don't need to be spending more money on Lego. But I did feel like I kind of treated myself to a few nice things while I was at Brickfair. Nothing too crazy, nothing ridiculous, but I did get quite a few things that I really enjoyed. Things that I maybe wouldn't have bought otherwise, so let's dive right into it. First thing we're gonna look at are some parts that I got. I got these from my guy Aaron. He is 327 Bricks on Instagram, I believe, and he made it a point to make sure I gave him his shout out because he gave me some pretty great prices on these, so I definitely want to make sure I give credit where credit is due. Thank you, Aaron. You were an awesome person to me, and you hooked me up with some awesome parts. So I got an assortment of headlight bricks in various colors. I got some in white here. I got some more in tan, and I think I got some more in black right here. I have no idea why that lightsaber blade is in there. Honestly, didn't even remember seeing that in there. But hey, I got an extra green lightsaber blade. Woohoo. I did get some of these like hinge tops, the 1x2 hinge plates, which are kind of cool because they aren't common at all in dark gray, and I obviously do a lot of building in dark gray, so this will pretty much help me with most things I build. I do appreciate that. I also picked up some 1x1 trans light blue tiles. These are really nice for water techniques. I've bought a bunch of like 1x4s, but I realized I didn't have any smaller sizes. So this will be good to kind of fill in some of those smaller areas if I'm ever building a mock with water. Scare. But yeah, I'm really happy to have, well, I think at least 100 of these in here. I had no really particular reason for buying this other than that it's just cool. I love these clear, trans clear dishes that Lego makes. I think these work for like, I don't know, if I need to elevate something or have like a clear stand for something. It's a nice thick base you can put stuff on, so that's kind of why I got that. This is by far the most expensive thing that I picked up from Aaron. He had two of these TIE Fighter hatches from the Vader's TIE Advance and the TIE Advance prototype set. These are very expensive pieces on Bricklink right now. If you want two of them, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be paying $35 a piece here in the United States. I got these for a total of $40, I believe, which was just so awesome. I now can put these on my Brickvault TIE Fighters. I have, I think, a Vader's TIE, which actually already has one, and I have a normal TIE, which has like the TIE Striker one, which is flipped around, unfortunately. So I can replace that one, and now I have an extra one for the TIE Interceptor, and I don't think the TIE Bomber needs one of these, but this kind of motivated me to go ahead and finish up my Jarek TIE collection, so definitely gonna do that. And then finally, he gave me this giant bag of 4x4 dark bluish gray dishes. I have no idea what I'll be using these for, but they're in dark gray, so why the heck not? Next up, I got these accessories right here. These are some Brick Arms over molded blasters for the First Order. Whenever I first started working on Starkiller, I would have loved to have had these for all of my First Order Stormtroopers, but as you can tell by that price right there, $8, yeah, that wasn't gonna happen. But I figured, you know, why not? This is kind of the last time I'll ever, you know, display Starkiller. Why not get something special for my First Order troops? So I picked up two of the FOE11s and then one of the big heavy blasters, and these things just look so awesome. I don't know, like, if I have any special plans for these. Maybe I'll get some like custom printed arms for a few stormtroopers, and then have these on them just to have like three really detailed looking First Order stormtroopers. But I know I've always wanted to get at least one of these, so it's nice to have three of them so I can at least have, you know, some detailed stormtroopers somewhere displayed here in this room. One more thing I got from Aaron, or 327 Bricks, is this bag of Bionicle masks. I have no clue what I'll ever do with these. Like, he just had a bunch of Bionicle masks and he was giving them out, and he asked me multiple times, so I finally was just like, okay, fine, dude. But yeah, I have no idea what I'll do with these. Someone give me an idea for what the heck I should be doing with these Bionicle masks, because right now I'm at a loss. I was gifted this minifigure by a guy with a group called Bearded Bricks. I believe that's what they're called. They gave me a snowboarder minifig. This is kind of his invitation for me to come to Brick Slopes, which I think is actually happening relatively soon. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go, especially like with school getting started up. But it was kind of cool to get an extra figure. So shout out to Bearded Bricks for throwing this thing my way. Finally, let's get into the minifigures I bought, because this is, I think, the most exciting part of the haul. The first group of figures we have right here. This is a group of 2 of the updated Tusken Raider minifigs, and I got those because, you know, I eventually at some point want to build a pod race mock, so I just try to load up on these guys whenever I can. They're going to be super useful figures to just have scattered across that Must Espa build. Next up, we have this like Rockstar looking guy. I'm sure he was like a CMF figure at some point. I honestly only purchased him because he looks like Bret Hart. If you don't know who that is, it's a wrestler. And I don't know, I like the minifig. It reminded me of Bret Hart, especially the color scheme with the black and pink. And then finally, we have one of the Naboo security guards. And once again, no real reason for buying this other than that I just kind of wanted more of these guys. They look cool. The hats look cool. I think the torso and leg design also looks cool. And I think after, what was it, Brick World Chicago, and I think 2018, when I was hanging out with Peter and he had just that awesome collection of these guys. Since then, I've been super jealous of that, and I try to pick more and more of these up whenever I can. Who knows, maybe one day I'll be able to make my own version of that classic photo that I took of his figures on that flash speeder. I almost forgot. I almost edited this video without adding this in. I also bought this giant bag. I mean, it's not giant, it's a pretty small bag. But I got this bag of dirt bikes. I got like 10 Lego dirt bikes from Atlanta Brick Company in various colors because I love the Lego dirt bikes. If you guys don't know, I am a huge fan of motorsports. And I remember when Lego first started putting these out in that Indiana Jones set, I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And I bought that Indiana Jones set literally just because I wanted a dirt bike. So I've kind of been feeling more and more like I want to do some sort of motorsports type mock. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet though, but I know that having this vast assortment of dirt bikes is definitely going to help with the dirt bike aspect of the build. So super excited to have these. I think these are just such fun little like Lego assemblies that they've come up with, and I got a bunch of them in different colors, so I think I can pretty accurately recreate a race if I really wanted to at this point. So yeah, shout out to Atlanta Brick Co. They had these for like $2 each, which was a no-brainer for me. Like, I love these things. And now it is time for the last group of figures. These are the ones that I was absolutely most excited to get. And we have them right here. So starting off on the left side, we have Brick Daddy. This was, I think this was like from Space Police, if I'm not mistaken. This was one of the villains or antagonists in that wave of sets, the most recent one. And it's basically a Lego alien pimp, which I just found hilarious. And Aaron just had him randomly with his stuff, and he was like, yeah, I'll sell you that for pretty cheap. So I was super happy to get this figure. I think it's just hilarious that Lego made a freaking pimp minifigure. That's not something you see too often. And now this one, oh boy, this one. So I have to start off by saying I love this figure. I love Phase 1 clones in general, specifically these movie-styled ones. I know this guy does come updated in the newest Republic Gunship set, but I think I prefer this version. I like the fact that, one, it has the movie-style torso. I think it just looks better in my opinion. And it's movie styled. Like, I obviously want things to be realistically styled. That's just my preference when it comes to minifigs. And secondly, he has the yellow accents as opposed to the bright flame orange accents. I think this is just a much better representation of this clone. I've looked at a few pictures and I can kind of see where it might go the way of flame orange, but I do still think that yellow is the better color for the clone commander. So I actually got this from Brickopotamus. Shout out to Bricko. I traded him one of the updated dual molded Scout Troopers as well as $10 for this, which was well worth it because I had a decent amount of those Scout Troopers and I only have one of these guys. So for the eventual Geonosis mock, I now have two clone commanders that I can put in that thing, 2 of, I'm sure, many of them that I'll need. But hey, this is a good start. I think one of the reasons I really pulled the trigger on this right then and there was because given the new UCS gunship, they've kind of shown us the new styling of these guys. They're going to be probably going with flame orange moving forward, unless they revert back to it at some point. But at least in the near future, they're also not going to be doing this style torso for them. They're going to be doing the more like Clone Wars hybrid style torso for these guys. So if I do a Geonosis build, I'm definitely going to be using this style torso. So I'm like, I may as well just start buying these now because, you know, they're not going to be remaking these, at least in this style, at least not anytime soon. So it was well worth it for me. Super happy to get this figure. I do still need to give him a darker skin tone head because I think that is certainly an upgrade with the new clone troopers over the old ones. But other than that, like, this is almost a perfect figure for me. So I love it. Thank you, Bricko, for trading me for this. And that pretty much concludes my Brickfair haul. Like I said, I don't really go too crazy, but a lot of the things in this haul were just kind of little cool things that I wanted to get, and it was a nice way to quote-unquote treat myself after finishing Starkiller up, so that's super awesome. For Brickfair, there's a few things you guys can expect to see from me. I do have a Brickfair vlog coming for the members, so if you're not a channel member, you want to see some of the fun things we did at Brickfair, definitely look into that. I urge you all to do that to help support the channel, especially with school coming back up. I'm also going to do a video on the things that I'm keeping from Starkiller base. So now that Starkiller's done, after Brickfair, I kind of got an idea of the parts of Starkiller that I want to keep as somewhat permanent parts of my collection. So you guys will definitely want to check that out. And then there's just other Starkiller videos I plan on doing because there's just so many things about that build that I feel I haven't even gotten to express to you guys, you know, just little details here and there that I think you guys would appreciate about it. But that's enough talking. If you like what I do, go ahead and support the video by hitting the like button, support the channel by smashing that subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.